So here's the situation. I barely have any points to my name this season, and I'm really upset about that. Now some of you might be thinking, Daniel, why are you taking this Pokemon thing so seriously? Well, when you find something you love and enjoy, you might as well go all out, right? This weekend's an interesting opportunity to catch up on points. I'm on the way to Robinson's Galleria because they're going to be hosting an Ultra Ball League tournament with up to 240 players. And this is going to be back-to-back. We have a tournament today and we have a tournament on Sunday. So there's up to 100 championship points to give for each tournament. You win both, you get 200, you go up the ladder. And yeah, I hope I do well. Let's see what happens. I got to the venue almost 5 minutes before the cutoff. I almost lost my slot. But we made it, and I need coffee. Hey Juancho, how are you doing?
Doing great, doing great. Just happy to be here.
So I'm curious, what deck are you playing today and why?
Today, well, you know what, it's the last time in this format, right? And one of my favorite decks of all time is Lugia V-Star. So I was just like, one last run before it rotates out, before we retire the deck. And I'm really hoping you're not playing Iron Thorns, and that's it.
I'm not playing Iron Thorns.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I'm playing Archaludon. Just to share, when I was building the list, I got a lot of insight from Juancho because you've been testing it way longer than I have. Yeah. How are you feeling with the Lugia meta right now?
Oh no, it's a Miraidon world. I'm just nostalgia really is beating me right now. I just really want to play.
Well, that's what Pokemon's about, having fun. All right, good luck, good luck. So I haven't seen you in any of the tournaments in a while. What have you been up to?
I've been just, collecting cards, opening packs.
Pero ang tanong, sususulit ba o sayang pera?
So the question for today is, what deck are you playing and why?
I'm using Archaludon EX.
Archaludon? Okay, same.
The only reason why I'm using it is because for some reason I had all the parts na and bling.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's easy to bling because it's not that expensive also.
Yeah, might as well try it. Yeah. I like it.
Alright, sige, good luck.
Good luck.
Hi John. So first tournament ng back-to-back. So today's Saturday. Ano yung gamit mo today?
I'm currently using Dragapult EX.
So, wow, meta player na siya.
Yeah, I've been trying to practice it for quite some weeks now.
Wow, yes. Okay. So feeling confident ka naman sa Dragapult?
Yes, for today, medyo may mga tinimpla akong tech na sana ay mag-work today.
Alright, good luck.
Thank you, bro.
For the preliminaries, best of 1, 7-round Swiss format, 25 minutes per round. Total number of players, 225.
So for this weekend's Ultra Ball League, I prepared myself to play with Archaludon EX. I personally believe that it has a great place in the current meta, having a good matchup with the dominant deck, Dragapult EX. But more importantly for me, I feel incredibly comfortable playing this deck. It's straightforward, the decision making isn't as complicated as other decks. And guys, come on, Archaludon is a bridge. He's a bridge Pokemon. How cool is that? So we just got past round 1. I managed to get my first win, which feels really good because lately, past few tournaments, I've been losing the first round and that really hurts my standing, taking a loss that early. So we got past round 1. We went against Raging Bolt EX. Honestly, I had really good top decks. I was able to Gust and Boss each turn, so I got the 2-2-2. And yeah, so we got round 1 done and we're waiting for round 2. Just finished round 2. We went up against Dragapult EX, which I have a pretty good matchup with using Archaludon. So things went in our favor. They did misplay at the end, which helped me a lot. They put themselves in range of a Relicanth knockout. And yeah, so now we're at 2-0. Round 3 just finished. We got our first loss for today. I got paired with my teammate Jeremy, who was playing Charizard EX. Honestly, the matchup with Charizard EX isn't that bad, but I couldn't set up in time. He already took 2 prizes before I could even start attacking, so first loss there. Losing at round 3, not the end of the world. But I probably shouldn't lose anymore if I want to make it a top cut. Round 4 just finished. We're now at 3-1, and I finally got to use the secret surprise deck that I have been working on with my teammate Peter, and that is Holucha. Now the special spice we have in this build is Holucha, and a big shout out to my teammate Peter for this contribution to our same 60 list. This little guy isn't really found in popular Archaludon lists you find online, so it catches people off guard. Now what makes Holucha so good in this deck? It tilts matchups with decks that play 230 HP Pokemon more in our favor, when we would otherwise have to hit twice to get the KO. Combined with Black Belt, it also helps us reach Cerulege in one shot. And with the Guardy matchup, it's a nice sneaky KO under Scream Ponytail, or even a Gardevoir when they're not expecting it. And it fixes the problem with Pikachu EX's ability as well. For this particular match in round 3, I needed 2 more prizes and there were no other 2 prizes on the field except a Terrapagos. So what I did was I pinged it for 10 damage, leaving it with 220 HP, bossed it forward, and that's how I took the last 2 prizes for game.
Okay, John, tapos na ang 4 rounds. Kamusta?
Yeah, I have 2 wins and 2 losses.
2-2, okay.
Okay, so the highlight na lang yung losses ko. So, yung first loss ko is against Gardevoir.
Gardevoir.
So, close match siya. So, nagamit ko naman yung tech ko. I'm using Lost City para early ma-lost zone yung mga attackers niya and Kirlias. Kaso after kong ma-Lost City yung dalawang nakabench yung Kirlia,
Okay.
tumirik na yung deck ko. Wala na akong
Sayang in the lead ka pa naman, no?
Yeah. For 2 turns, wala akong ma-draw na energy, di ako maka-attack.
So nakahabol pa siya?
Yes, nakahabol pa siya. And since confused din yung Dragapult ko, hindi ako maka-attack. Every attack ko,
Nag-attack monkey niya. Okay.
nagtitails. So, bumabalik sa akin. So, yung second loss ko naman is against Mirror. So, medyo naging impatient ako doon. Umatake ako agad. So, since na-behind agad siya, nagkaroon siya ng advantage.
Oof, okay.
So, yun. When you're using Dragapult, always try to play behind.
So 2-2, kaya pang humabol, no?
Kaya pa. So, meron pa tayong
3 more rounds.
3 more rounds.
Alright, good luck.
Thank you, bro.
I got a little lucky with round 5. I got an early win. I was playing against Miraidon, but Miraidon did not show up. My opponent wasn't able to set up. They had a Magnemite and a Raikou. And even the Raikou couldn't reach a knockout on the Duraludon because I didn't bench too many Pokemon. So early win, we're now at 4-1. 2 more rounds to go. Hopefully we make it to top cut. Round 6 is done. We're heading into the last round with a score of 5-1. And it was a very, very close match, but we got the win. I just need to win this next round and we get into top cut. So, we did not make top cut. So for the last round, I was paired against Dragapult EX, which I do have a good matchup against. I went up against my friend Kyle, and the list he used had some spicy tech. He was also using a Holucha, which really helped him with the math. He got some sneaky knockouts. He was also playing unfair stamped, and he bricked me really early. So yeah, I had a horrible setup. My board state was terrible, and I just got really destroyed in that round. So I finished at 31st place out of 220-something players. So that gives me 15 league points. It's not a lot of points, but at least we get points. We also got the Prof Turo promo card. And yeah, so I'm going home. I need a shower. I need to wash this shirt for tomorrow. We're going to play again tomorrow. We're going to try again. And I'll see you guys there. Okay, so we're back home. My shirt is now in the washing machine. It's gonna be dry by the morning. So my original plan is to wake up really early in the morning tomorrow to walk in. For context, I'm not elected to tomorrow's Ultra Ball League, which means that I don't have a guaranteed slot. So what players do is they come in really early, line up, and hope to be one of the people who are elected after all the officially elected players are registered. But what happened today was there's 240 slots, and only 224 players played. Everyone who was lined up in the walk-in, which is around 50 or so people, managed to get in. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna gamble a bit. I don't want to wake up too early. Some people were there at 7, 8 in the morning. I think I'll just be there around 11. I would rather spend my evening going to the gym, getting some extra sleep, and, you know, just play tomorrow in a good mood and not come in with, you know, lack of sleep. So yeah, I also wanted to spend some time with this little rat who was alone all day. Hello. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Use your words. No? He's shy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so since you've made it this far to the video, I wanted to share a little something with you guys. I've been exploring coming back into competitive martial arts, and I'm really excited to share more about that, but you guys will have to wait for that video. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday morning. It's almost 11:30. Honestly, I'm running late. The slots close at 12 if I get a slot at all. So let's take our chances, head to Galleria, and see what happens.
Welcome to Robinson's Galleria.
Guys, lahat ba nakapag-scan ng QR code sa step 3?
I got to the registration booth 5 minutes before cutoff. I beat the bell once again, but we are in. We're playing for another day of an Ultra Ball League. Wish me luck. Just finished round 1. We are now at 1-0. I got pretty lucky. My opponent wasn't able to set up. I went up against Dragapult EX. They only had one Dracloak on the field. I just evolved, knocked it out, and that was game. So we're now moving on to round 2. Just scored another win against Cloth Terapagos, so we're moving to round 3 with a score of 2-0. Round 3 just finished. I went up against a Miraidon player I went up against yesterday that I dunked. This time, I was pretty sure that they were gonna dunk me. I had one active Pokemon. They were going second. They did misplay though. They didn't put enough bench Pokemon. They declared an attack. It hit me for 120. Duraludon's HP is 130. I capitalized on that mistake and I got to play the rest of the game and we just took that win. So now we're at 3-0. Just ended round 4. We are now at 4-0. I went up against Goldengo EX, which is a really, really bad matchup for me. The Holucha came in very useful for this matchup. I was able to hit one Goldengo for 220, ping it for 230, and then finish it with a Duraludon's Raging Hammer for 30, which put a single pricer in the active, which helped me with the price trade. They could have gotten boss for game towards the end, but they whiffed it. And then I needed boss for game, and then I whiffed it, and then they whiffed again, and I got to catch up, and that's round 4. Just came from round 5 and 6, and both matches were so freaking intense. Round 5, I went up against Gardy, which was piloted by one of the best players here in the Philippines, so there was a lot of pressure. I managed to get a surprise knockout with Holucha on a Gardy EX, giving me 2 prizes, and that really tilted the odds in my favor. But it was super, super close. So that put me at 5-0. And then when we went to round 6, I went up against a mirror match. It was against Archaludon, but this one had the Dialga build. I misplayed towards the end. I gave him a win con. He had 4 prizes left. I had 1 prize, and match was in my favor. And I night stretchered for a Fez just in case I get Ionode without thinking that he could take that 2 prizes with his Chrono thingy attack. Then he goes again, gusts out a big basic, a big 2 prizer, which was my Archaludon. So he took 4 prizes in that double turn and I lost. So yeah, that was a misplay on my part. I'm quite tired. I was hoping to win that because had I won that, I'm guaranteed top cut. So a lot of pressure. We're going to the last round with 5-1. If I win this game, we go to top cut just like yesterday. If we lose, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, let's see. Last round for the Swiss round just ended and it was so bad. I was bricked. I had no Duraludons for a few turns. My opponent took a few prizes already. They were using Dragapult EX. Eventually got to set up, but it was too late. I was so behind. And now we are at 5-2. But I had really good resistance before this round. I was ranked 4 in the ladder. So if I have good resistance, I think there's a chance we can make it to top 16. And hopefully make it a top cut. So we'll just wait for the results. Okay, so we made it to top cut tournament. I actually just won game 1. So we are now among the top 8 players. I am 2 wins away from winning a Mew EX and 3 wins away from just championing the whole thing. So I am really hoping for that. My first game was against Archaludon EX, the same player I played against a while ago and lost to in round 6. Did much better now, but honestly they were just bricked the whole time and I just capitalized on that. So yeah, they were just really unlucky and I got really lucky. So yeah, 3 games to go. Let's go. So after the first game, I wasn't really able to record anymore. I'm deliberating between telling you about all the matches or just like recapping everything when I get back home. I will probably just do that because I'm tired. I won. I freaking won. I won the whole tournament. What the hell?
28-35 po. And our champion for the
Okay, 1, 2, one more, 1, 2.
Compound Center! Nice na So congratulations guys!
Okay guys, so I owe you a recap of what happened during the Top Cut games and I'll try my best to recall what happened. So again, round 1 was a mirror match with Archaludon. For the most part, my opponent was really bricked. They weren't drawing the cards they needed. I was able to take knockout after knockout. They weren't able to set up and that's how I pretty much won the game by capitalizing on that. For game number 2, I paired up once again with an opponent who beat me. This was the Dragapult player in round 7. This time we had a pretty good matchup. I got to set up, they got to set up, and honestly, it was the closest fight during the Top Cut that I was able to have. The ending board state, I had 1 Duraludon, no energies attached, and 100 damages and a bunch of useless Pokemon on my bench. My opponent needed 2 more prizes, I needed 2 more prizes, and there was no way I was taking out a Dragapult EX in one shot. However, they did have a Luminion, and all I needed to do was pause it for game. However, they unfair stamped me right before, and all I had in hand was a Professor's Research and a Fezandipity. I used Fezandipity to draw 3 cards. This got me the Earthen Vessel. I used Vessel to get 2 energy cards. Used one of those energy cards with Greninja for concealed cards. I take back what I said earlier, the bench Pokemon were not useless. Concealed cards got me an Archaludon and a Luminion. So I evolved the Archaludon, attach energies, use Luminion to get boss their Luminion, and that was game. Game number 3, the semifinals. This was another Archaludon mirror match. And I think the crucial point here was that although they went first, they had Dialga in the active and they weren't able to evolve it on their second turn. So I was able to take the first 2 prizes and capitalize on that. Yeah, I kind of got lucky there and I was able to capitalize from there. And for the finals, I'm going to recap you the entire game. I won the coin flip. My opponent goes first. They're playing Dragapult EX. They have a Bidoo in the active. And they don't have any other playable cards, so they pass. My board state, I had Relicanth in the active, Duraludon on the bench, and in my hand was Professor Sturo and an energy card, and so I dunked them for a game. And that is how I finished and won the Ultra Ball League tournament. And so after all that, I got my first big win at the Pokemon TCG tournament, earning me 100 league points, a round 1 bye at the upcoming Master Ball League tournament, which is the equivalent of a national championships, as well as this exclusive stamped Mew EX card. Now before we end this video, a huge shout out to Hobby Stadium for all the support, and a big thanks to all my Hobby Stadium teammates for helping me get this far. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in the next one.